All right. Welcome to the Kayfabe Marks podcast, brought to you by Dubby Energy.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yes,
we're
sir.
sponsored now, buddy.
Oh, that's wild.
That's the
That
surprise.
is wild.
Tyler wanted
That's why you
fuzzy with that
messaged me.
one.
That's great. I was like, brought to you by who? No, that's dope.
Brought to you by the
That's
dudes that
dope.
are going to be sending you a free tub of energy shit. It's like powder
Listen,
instead.
man.
It's like a pre-workout.
I am an upper kind of guy, so you just send them my
There you
way,
go.
and we'll go ahead and we'll have a good time.
Yeah,
Yes,
we'll
sir.
tell you how to order your free one. There's a special code
Okay.
that you got to put in, but Aaron's got his on the way. I got mine on the way. And not only did this show get sponsored by Dubby Energy, Cassie's show got sponsored by Dubby Energy as well.
Nice.
Oh, it's dope. Dope.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
So, how do we feel? Professional, huh?
Yeah, I mean, working on it. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so I think we got a code, right, Tyler?
Yep. Anybody that wants to give this Dubby Energy a try, but you don't know if you really want to throw that much money at it, you can use our promo code KFABEMarksPod and get 10% off of your purchase.
Yes, sir. Like
And
you
it
said, we
also
got
helps
stuff
us when you
coming,
use
and
our
we're
code.
Excited about that for sure.
And is that all lowercase, or does it matter?
Capital K, capital M, capital P.
Gotcha.
I think it also enters all caps when you put it in.
Yeah, I don't think it
Gotcha.
matters.
Okay, good.
Yep.
All right, cool.
So yeah, something cool for us, something cool hopefully for you guys to give a try. I know I'm a big fan of the powder workout stuff, and I've been looking for a new one,
Yep.
so I'm really excited about this. It really, the biggest thing is the price. Like, go to the gas station, you're not getting an energy drink for less than what, $2.50, $3, if not more. So I think this comes in at like $1.25 a serving or something like that for the tubs. So yeah, I'm excited to.
And isn't it like 40 servings per tub?
Yep. Yep.
So you're really saving money, especially for our Monster and G Fuel and
Yeah.
Red Bull drinkers. Probably a better idea to switch to this. You'd be saving yourself money.
For sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, let us know if you guys try it out. You'll see us pop stuff on the screen and on socials and all that. But yeah, let us know if you try it out and tell us what you think.
All right. So we're going to show our shots. I went to upload that TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
and then I forgot to do it. So
That's all right. Yeah, the episode
So
will come out
we-
tomorrow. So you
we
still can-
spun on Snapchat yesterday, and then I forgot to upload it to TikTok because I was busy. Aaron knows, for some reason, my iPhone was like, you haven't backed your phone up in 15 weeks. Now you owe us 99 cents. And I was like, what? So I had to deal with all that Apple crap, and then and then by that time it was done. I was already upstairs playing games, trying to get more clips for the show. But I had spun, and for once I got liqueur, Ryan's Irish Cream style,
Ooh, all right.
and Blackberry Windsor.
Did you get
Listen,
liqueur for
that's
both?
my
Tyler?
Blackberry Windsor's a whiskey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So is it
Wait a
black
minute.
cherry? Black cherry Windsor?
Blackberry. Does it say it on
because
here?
The black cherry Windsor.
Fuck, it does say
is-
whiskey.
Yeah, that's just a straight whiskey. But it's so listen, I can't get it down here. And it is my favorite. My cat is named after that exact whiskey right there.
Really?
Yeah. So
crazy.
and I can't get it here. I can get regular bum ass Windsor, but I can't get the flavored stuff. So
Well, my bad. I thought it was. I was trying to get blackberry brandy, and I just.
Oh.
Oh well, I owe $1 to the swear jar, I guess.
I have brandy, which, like you said, since we spun off camera, I wasn't even thinking about it. This is my 4th brandy in a row. So
oh shoot.
probably the easiest one to have 4 in a row of. So that's all right.
You should be able to only do one spin this week, and then it's your choice for the other one if you had to do that many of
Oh
the
yeah, that's a good one.
I like
That's a
that.
good one,
We'll do
yeah.
that for sure. All right.
All right, well, let's do a shot and get our spins, huh? Oh, Adam, go ahead.
Yeah, so I have so listen. I have to apologize because I went and got my shots before you spun. So one of them I had, so I was okay, but the other one I didn't, and I thought I was going to get out today, but I didn't. So
No worries.
instead of peanut butter whiskey, my dear Claire, I'm going to do 2 of these old smoky ones
Oh,
here.
perfect.
So I'll just do them back to back. I mean, I think these are going to taste really, really good. So I really don't think like it's much of a punishment, but I'm gonna do them back
Still
to
2 of
back
them.
to try to enjoy them as little as possible. But
You did have to do the
um,
beer last time, so we can go easy on you.
oh, that thing was disgusting. I do have my tequila, but I'll get that out of the way later. Maybe I'll pour it into one of these glasses.
Before anybody gets worried, like they just got sponsored and they're going to start doing shots on their show. I literally had to give the sponsor all of our ats for all social media so they could review. They know what this show's about, and they still sponsored us.
There you go. Nothing like having a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers, boys.
All right.
I'm going to do the Irish cream first.
Yeah, those are stupid good.
That's delightful.
That's disrespectful. Yeah, that was incredible. Wow. Sorry, Claire. I'm gonna bake it up. I'll bring the peanut butter whiskey the next
Why
week.
don't you do peanut butter whiskey next week then? And then you'll only get one spin. Yeah. You'll only get one spin. And then I have to do a brandy next week because I got fucking whiskey on accident. So I'll just do one spin.
That works.
Okay, cool.
All right, here we go. Who's first?
Me. That's fine.
Adam, Aaron, me?
Sure.
Right. Yep.
Big sips.
Ooh. Dude, I had 4 damn big sips and or no, what was the other one? What's the other one?
Buzzball?
Buzzball. I had like 4 buzzballs here this weekend. So there you go. That's an easy one. We got those everywhere around here.
All right, here we go. Aaron?
Yep.
I hope it's tequila. Rum.
Oh, okay.
So now I'm going to get tequila, right?
I think it is actually.
Whiskey. It's whiskey.
Oh, whiskey. Okay.
Ooh. Well, you already did one, so.
All right.
Cool. All right.
Crack into.
I went with old tried and true, just a PBR this week.
Yeah, what am I hearing about PBR closing, or one of the beers that they make is discontinuing, or what's going on with that?
Could not tell you.
I don't know. The only news I read is wrestling, so. All right, and I was going to wear my new Dean Malenko shirt, but the Macho Man, was just kind of staring me down, so I decided to go with that.
Calling your name today, huh?
So we're going to start off with stuff that popped up literally last night for me, and then one that came out this morning for me. Right. First thing, New Orleans Saints wide receiver Brock Rex Steiner, son of WWE legend Scott Steiner and cousin of Braun Breaker, suspended for the first 6 games of the year, according to Adam Schefter, for allegedly popping for PEDs.
I mean, he's a Steiner, right?
Yeah, that's Big Papa Pump's kid.
Yeah, big Papa Pop. That's what that is. Yeah, yeah, that's a family tradition. He's fine.
It's weird.
From what I heard, he's. Oh, go ahead.
They didn't actually say what it was for, like legitimately, like none of the actual sources. It was blank. But PEDs is like 4 to 6 usually.
Yep.
So you can assume he's an undrafted guy, so it makes you think he may just get cut from the roster, and then maybe we'll see him in WWE in like 9 months. Who knows?
Yeah, that's why I made sure I put in capitals here, allegedly.
Yeah. He'll be the next NXT pop in like June.
Oh, man, it's crazy though. Like, I don't understand when you know that you're going to be getting tested. Like, there's got to be ways around it. I thought that there was a type of roid out there now, if it is steroids, that is undetectable.
Yeah, I don't know. And you're an undrafted guy. Like, you're a fringe guy anyway. Like,
Yeah, you're really rolling the dice with that.
yeah.
All right, this next one makes me think curses might be real.
Okay.
After taking a back fist from JC Jane on SmackDown, Chelsea Green suffers broken orbital bone just 1 week after winning the Women's WWE Championship. It's not yet known if she will miss time or relinquish the title, but she did go onto all social media, and her eye doesn't look that bad. And if you guys remember, back in the day, Rey Mysterio broke Taker's orbital bone with his ass. And Taker didn't miss any time. He just wore one of those masks like Rhea was wearing when she had the broken nose. And I believe Chelsea wore one with her broken nose.
She did, yep.
Yeah, maybe, I mean, there's a chance that she just has to go back to that. But, I mean, come on. Rhea wins the championship. What was it, ACL or what? Something with her knee.
So yeah, if you want to, we can build on that. That it did come out that Rhea Ripley tried to rehab her knee, and it ended up just needing surgery recently. There was no timetable given, but you expect those things to be, 6 to 9 months, and then again rolling up the snowball. If you noticed on Friday Night SmackDown when they introduced Chelsea, there was no interim in the tag. It just said WWE Women's Championship. It didn't.
The shirt was crossed out too for it.
Yeah, it said interim was crossed off for permanent. And again, her lower third just said WWE Women's Championship. So it almost seemed like they were going to play into that and just let her have it. And then now maybe she doesn't get it either. So I think I messaged you guys that I think this is going to be kind of a popcorn title for a while until Rhea gets back. Maybe we'll see 3, 4, 5 different people have it for 4, 6, 8 weeks at a time. But now anything's up in the air.
Yeah, for real. And to add on to that, Brian Alvarez said that there are rumblings that Rhea Ripley will officially relinquish the WWE Women's Championship following the knee surgery because she's going to be gone, quote, for a long, long time. I think by him saying that, I think he meant that she'll do it on air.
Mm.
Because we already saw with the Chelsea and the shirt and everything that you just said.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Number 3, WrestleVotes said WWE made Oba versus Brock a Hell in a Cell match despite having no real plans to use the cage to both appease ESPN and Brock Lesnar, who they claim said he wanted to do one more Hell in a Cell match, but didn't want to touch the cage. What? I just don't get that. And you know what? If this story is true, it's like, but he did touch the cage. He got put through that table. According to Fightful Select, there was a large number of wrestlers internally who wanted absolutely nothing to do with Ryan Garcia on Monday Night Raw. I had to ask you guys who the hell it was.
Yeah, it was kind of a weird cameo, but I guess isn't he fighting on one of these Zuffa boxing cards coming up?
I think so. Yeah, some Irish guy or European guy or something. Guy with an accent. I keep seeing the commercial.
Expect more of this though, because they're gonna try to put those. Just like WWE folks are everywhere at these UFC events and boxing events, they're gonna put these guys everywhere. So, problem with WWE is everybody wants to get involved when they get to go see it. They think that
Right.
it's not real, so we could all do it, but that's just not the case. So.
And it seems like Dominic Mysterio did draw the short straw and had to work with them. And to add on to that, Self-Made Pro claims Dominic Mysterio is frustrated with his creative in WWE right now, saying he doesn't understand why his presentation in AAA isn't being used on the main roster. And you guys were both furious about him losing to Danhausen and his booking lately and everything else. So obviously he's just as upset as you guys are.
Yeah, I mean, this kind of can relate back to the El Grande stuff too. Like the El Grande Americano feud was so great in AAA. It was booked perfectly. They did that whole can't touch each other thing, and then they show up on Raw and wrestle in a 6-man tag match or something. Or they would show up on Raw and they would flip babyface and heel. And so it's like AAA is going so good that you think the main roster would care a little more about how it's presented there, and they just don't, which is frustrating. So yeah, Dom is really getting the shit end of it, and now he's going into the biggest match of his life at Triple Mania against El Grande, and I can't imagine him winning that. So it's really shitty how that's all going across. He just joined up with a faction too, um, El Hijo del Vikingo's faction, because he got hurt, so he's with Omos and a manager, and then it's just nothing on the main roster. So, but he's pissed. He went to Twitter and he put up a picture of like, "I'm just here not to get fined" after SummerSlam. So,
Yeah, the Marshawn Lynch quote.
yeah.
Here we go. I thought this one was interesting because we've all agreed that the Wyatt Six was booked so poorly, and it almost felt like it was a cash grab type thing instead of actually honoring Bray. Former WWE star Joe Gacy told Casa de 18 Studios that Alexa Bliss joining the Wyatt Six was always supposed to happen eventually. Going back to the first meeting about the group's creative direction, he never heard about anyone else ever joining the faction. So why didn't they ever put her in? I mean, even look at Lily, the doll, has a 6 for an eyeball.
Yeah, I mean, I look at that whole that whole like Wyatt Six fallout from I mean the time that Bray, from the time Bray died. I think it kind of threw everything into a little bit of a flux, and they were kind of scrambling a little bit. So it didn't seem like they were ready to pull the trigger on anything that would like not honor Bray in the best way possible. So I think it all kind of once he passed, it was all kind of doomed anyway. Unfortunately, no fault of anybody other than the fact that Bray Wyatt's a genius, and he was the one that was going to keep that thing going pretty well.
Yeah, he was on Joe Gacy was on CVV too recently, and he basically just said like, it wasn't like super hard feelings, but just that he felt like things didn't go the way they could because they didn't let them actually do anything. He's like, if they would, like, he's like, I wanted to talk. Like Dexter wanted to talk. Like we wanted to connect with the fans and be who we are as part of this group. Like we wanted to do the group as individuals who are part of a group, not just this like ideation of something previous. So it kind of just seemed like to them they were put together, they were put in the spot, and then they just weren't helped out at all. And you could see that on TV.
Well, they had some of the best minds in the business in that group, and it's crazy that they couldn't figure that out. Like Joe Gacy, in my opinion, is one of the absolute best minds in the business, and so the fact that they couldn't figure out that with Dexter and Joe and Nick, yeah, absolutely, Nikki, and I mean, really all of them, Rowan and Bo, like even without Bray, like Bray was just a part of that group. Like he was also a genius with that group. I don't know that it was kind of like they couldn't do it on their own. They just didn't let them fly, and that's unfortunate.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, and they came out so hot when the group initially came out. They came out so hot. It was every week attacks and everything else, almost like how the original Wyatt family would happen. Like it'd go dark, and then all of a sudden they're attacking somebody and dragging them out of the arena. But then it just 1 week they're just gone for months.
I think they lost it when they let Uncle Howdy get touched. Right, like they should have made Uncle Howdy an absolute untouchable figure, where like the rest of them would do anything to defend him and never ever let him get even put in a little bit of harm's way. But once they let him go to the ring, and then they especially let him lose in the ring, it was over. Like that doesn't make sense. Uncle Howdy was the Wyatt Six, so
and they feuded over a lantern, which just like in a vacuum, it's like what did that do for anyone? It ruined two factions at the same time.
It really did.
It would have been cool if you would have said that was Bray's light or something like that.
Yeah.
They didn't do any of that. Like,
they didn't.
It was just they were throwing shit out there. So
yeah, without actually presenting.
That was not the talent's fault. Not the talent's fault at all.
All right. WrestleVotes was told by a source close to the situation that when Trick Williams unveiled the furry custom U.S. title on SmackDown, there was no expectation internally that he would be losing it less than a month later. I've got more Trick Williams.
It is.
I just don't understand that at all.
Wild work. And have a rematch and lose again.
Yeah.
Like, that's just crazy.
The same way. The exact same way.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's WWE's creative lately for you, though. Lazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Worked Wrestling says Trick Williams is on to bigger and better things after his loss to Baron Corbin and losing his U.S. title. He's been apparently mentioned internally as an early pick for a potential Money in the Bank win. Also related, False Finish claims Lil Yachty is currently in talks with WWE for a new contract and has been doing a lot of training as well.
That'd be cool. I mean, I think he's, showed himself to be invested. So whatever they want to do with him, as long as it's done right, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, he has done better, and I really, at first, you guys already know what my opinion was on him.
Yeah.
But it was just the selling issue, and then he even has gotten better at that. So, as long as he's going to stay with Trick, this makes sense. I don't want him to all of a sudden go on like a run, like an actual run.
Oh, yeah.
But if he's with Trick and then maybe a tag match,
sure,
that I'm cool with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's put in the work.
He has, and he's made it about the wrestlers when he's in there too, which is nice to see. But
yeah, he's really not trying to steal spotlight from anybody, and I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Speaking on Trick quick, I can't remember where I saw it, so I can't give credit, but I saw it somewhere online, and it made sense where maybe their whole plan was to give Carmelo the title back, and Carmelo and Trick have such good history that they didn't want to just blow it again on this type of title change. And then you also would have had two baby faces going at it against each other. Next Friday on SmackDown in Carmelo's hometown of Boston, he's going against Corbin for the title. So maybe they just wanted to do a quick little heel, give a bunch of heat to Baron to put it back on Carmelo as the face. Maybe that happens. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But
if
the Money in the
case,
Bank win.
I'm with it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. PW Insider says Big Cass was in great spirits backstage at Raw and is genuinely, incredibly excited to be back with WWE. Now, this is something that I noticed, and I also saw this kind of sparking off on TikTok and everywhere else, really, that Corey Graves kind of no-sold Big Cass's return, and allegedly it's because of domestic violence between Big Cass and Carmella back when they were dating, way before Corey Graves and everything else. And it's rumored to be the reason for why Corey Graves kind of no-sold the return of Big Cass.
Yeah, I didn't notice it in the moment, but...
Yeah. Go ahead, Aaron. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. I was just saying I didn't notice it in the moment, but it makes sense after the fact, so...
Yeah, I would say, though, like, if you're going to be in that position, and you got to be a professional, though. It's just you can't let... If you're not going to do that same thing for other people who have allegations against them that don't involve your current wife, then don't do it with the one that involves your current wife. Would only be my thing. I have no problem with you no-selling people who are abusive or who are pieces of shit, if that's the case. I don't know the story or anything about it.
I don't know if it's true.
But,
yeah.
Yeah, but if it is true, if that was true, that's fine. I don't care about you no-selling them, but then do that for everybody. Don't do it just for the guy who used to be with your current wife. That's pretty petty.
Yeah, that makes sense. As far as his presentation and him being happy with it, I mean, I would be too. I've told you guys that Baron Corbin hasn't done anything for me yet, and I don't have the nostalgia of seeing him, but just like as he was put into it, hasn't gotten there for me yet. But for some reason, Big Cass did, and I think it's because the big in his name is understated. That big means fucking big.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I got more to add to
this. I saw next to Kathy Kelly ever. Like,
oh yeah, she was like up to his belly button.
dude, it was insane. So that was kind of cool. He'll probably just be a mid card, lower mid card type of thing to help other people. No offense to Rusev, but he may just be the Rusev of the next 6 months. Help get the other faces over as like a leapfrog type of deal.
Yeah, they have not been doing jack shit with Rusev either.
But he's been on TV a lot.
He's been on TV,
other
but
people. Yeah, he's helping Ethan Page. He's helping the two baby faces beat him in that IC title picture. So Big Cass could be the same thing. We'll see.
WrestleVote says it's still unclear what Enzo Amore's status with WWE is at this time. There was interest in both Cass and Enzo initially, but it's unclear if Amore is still on WWE's radar now that Big Cass has debuted as a solo act. I wanted Enzo back so bad. I want all of that back.
I still do.
They're too entertaining, and whatever like issues Triple H or Roman Reigns or whoever is gonna gatekeep Enzo Amore out of there, just come on. It's about ratings, it's about entertainment, and it's about the show. And Enzo would get ratings and entertain.
Is that what it is? Do people not like him?
There's a story that he allegedly got kicked off of the team bus when they were overseas for being annoying by Roman Reigns. Like, they literally kicked him off the bus. There's stories that, like, Simon Gotch asked about, are you sure you're able to take this, or do this spot where Enzo was supposed to get Irish whipped and then do a baseball slide out of the ring, and Enzo did it and didn't do it quick enough to where his head hit the rope, bounced off the mat, bounced back, and he was out cold, snoring. That was on live TV. There's always been questions about his actual talent in the ring. And I guess he just rubbed people the wrong way. And then the whole reason he got fired in the first place, he was the Cruiserweight champion during the time that they still had that belt. And he had SA allegations that he got proven innocent for. But because he didn't bring them to the company right away when he found out and the story broke on its own, they fired him for it.
Gotcha. Interesting. It's a lot to take in. I don't really know much about him or him in the ring either, just the profession-wise. But I feel like it's all been thought about from other people, if he's going to be there or not. I don't know if the company has actually garnered the interest or not.
Oh, there is that time, too, after he got fired where he had showed up at, I cannot remember what PLE it was, but Rankins, you probably remember this. He bought a ticket
I do.
On the hard cam side and then stood up and started, chanting his whole gimmick, and security literally dragged him out of there. But you can see it on TV.
I feel like it was SummerSlam almost. I almost feel like it was a SummerSlam.
It might have been SummerSlam.
Something like it might have been a smaller one, though. To be honest with you,
I know wrestling is.
I can't imagine he would have got away with that in SummerSlam.
I know wrestling's kind of the biggest industry for kind of forgiving stuff in the past. Eventually, it's never over, no matter how bad it is. But that seems pretty up there with never getting back in a company.
Yeah.
I still think it's going to happen, which is crazy.
Yeah. Because it's against
I'm
the
hoping
company.
it does.
A lot of the other bad stuff, while the company doesn't want it, it's not directly against them. That's directly against WWE,
Yeah, but they love that shit, man. They love it.
True.
At least Vince used to. Vince used to cry and complain about it all the time, but he loved it. He loved when somebody was, obsessed with him.
Sure.
Yeah, speaking of Vince, not only has Jeff Jarrett given his 2 cents on it, but now Jim Ross has also piped up about it on his show that everybody thinks, now that Vince is kind of cleared from all of that Janelle Grant stuff, whether he buys TNA, which has always been up for sale, we all know that, and Vince has $9 billion. Whether WWE hires him again to show up and pretend to play the role of Vince McMahon, the boss, again in WWE, or whether he completely just starts his own promotion. Everybody is convinced that Vince McMahon is going to be in the wrestling world again.
I guess we'll just
Okay.
have to see.
Yep. Okay.
It's interesting. All right. When asked about Baron Corbin not having a run in AEW before returning to WWE, PW Insider's Dave Scherer suggested that AEW's in-ring style being, quote, more dangerous than WWE could have been a factor because that is, quote, a big turnoff to a lot of wrestlers. Yeah, their style is different, and I just watched that MJF and Will Ospreay match, and the amount of no selling, dude, I can't.
It's a lot.
I can't do it. Like, and it's not every match, it's not every wrestler that they have there, but when I see it, when every move that they do is a fucking finisher and they just do a kip up and keep going, I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been watching more AEW, and it really is like the work rate is insane. Like, you better be ready to go Wednesday and Saturday in a 18-minute banger where you're kicking out of 3 or 4 finishers, you know? So you really do have to be willing to work. And on one hand, it's great. You know, like SmackDown this Friday was great. I think we all loved SmackDown, finally. Like, that was such a good show.
Oh,
If you
yeah.
look at it, I think it was only like 3 wrestling matches. You know what I mean? So if you want to see that working, you go to AEW on a Wednesday night, and in 2 hours you see 7 of the best matches you've seen in a month. You know, so it makes sense for what you might be looking for. But I can definitely see a talent being like, nah, I'm not really ready for that or into it for where I am in my career.
Yeah, I agree. Some dudes are very protective of the business, and I know for a fact that Baron Corbin's end of days is a protected finisher. It's only ever been kicked out of one time. I don't know about his indie run, but I know in WWE it was only ever kicked out of once.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine going to AEW and then Tony Khan's like, all right, so you're going to give him the end of days 3 times in this match, and
Right.
he's not going to want to do it.
Yep.
All right. Speaking of Baron Corbin, while we're on the subject of him, how about the biker gimmick thing that he's doing? I dig it. I'm for it.
Yeah.
About time we have a new biker guy.
I've been saying for a while I want a biker gimmick in wrestling again, and I'm definitely here for it as long as they do it the right way.
I found out what nomad means today.
Oh, yeah.
No mailing
Biker
address.
world.
Yeah, no mailing address. I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever watched Sons of Anarchy?
It's my wife's favorite show.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
I don't rewatch stuff because I'm of the mind that there's so much out there. Why would I rewatch something when I could find something new? Sons of Anarchy is like a 3 or 4 time repeat for me. It's that good.
Easily.
Oh, I find a favorite show and then I rewatch the shit out of it. That's why I own them all. All of my favorite shows that I've ever had, I buy them in complete box sets. And I'm like, now I get to watch you forever. All right, so I believe it's your uncle is both of you guys, your Uncle Dave, said he believes the reason WWE didn't announce attendance numbers for SummerSlam on either night is that they didn't get the turnout they hoped for, and AEW will beat it with the all-in attendance. Did you call your uncle, Aaron, and tell him what the turnout was at SummerSlam? Are you the insider information on this one?
It's because he cares about the arena size, not the tickets sold. And yes, AEW is going to outsell All In, but it's also in Wembley and it's their biggest show of the year. That's fine. It doesn't, like, one show can do good and the other show can do good as well. And it doesn't have to be this back and forth of it. So, but it's funny.
Two things can be true at once, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, and Dave's a fucking tribalist, so he's always going to have something negative to say.
Dude, so this Wednesday, AEW had their, I think it was called Grand Slam Mexico or something. It was in Arena Mexico, the CMLL, Holy Grail of Wrestling, and it was great. It was a phenomenal 2.5 hour, free weekday show. He rated so many of those matches higher than the SummerSlam matches. And SummerSlam wasn't perfect. I'm not saying it was, but like that just seems wild,
Yeah, I saw a YouTube video of some guy that was wearing a Rey Mysterio mask. No idea who he is, but he was reading what was it, like Cage Side Seats rating system, or one of those rating systems, and
Sure.
they rated the show like terrible too. And I was like, I watched SummerSlam both nights, didn't miss a single move or anything,
Right.
and we rated it pretty goddamn good on here.
Bleacher Report gave the Liv Morgan Io Sky match the same grade as the Danhausen Dominic match. They gave both a C+. Like, what are we doing? So that's why I don't take anything from anyone serious. Like
No.
what you like, don't like what you don't like, move on.
100%.
Tell people we do here. That's perfectly fine. But don't be like, oh, this is my rating. This is what it was.
Exactly. So keeping with those guys, the Wrestling Observer Lives, Brian Alvarez says WWE is claiming that it is not going to be Roman versus El Grande Americano fighting over the world title on Raw in Mexico City. Uncle Dave says that WWE's mindset is that they will be, quote, doing a favor to whichever Mexican wrestler loses to Roman on that episode of Raw. I told you guys already, I think it's going to be El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. That's who I think's winning it.
Do you want the bracket quick? I'll put it up on the screen if you want me to read it to you quick.
Yeah, pop that up.
I'll be right back. Give me 1 second, okay?
Yep.
You're good.
So on one side of the bracket, we have Penta against Laredo Kid, as well as Psycho Clown versus La Parca. And then on the other side, you have Dragon Lee versus El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr., and then Ray Phoenix versus Alpha Skull, which is, I mean, all 8 of those guys are just incredible talents in the ring. These matches are going to go crazy. But I do agree that Wagner probably I think Adam said this in our chat, that Wagner probably matches Roman Reigns in the ring a little better and the work that they can do. But I don't know how you don't cash in on a Penta versus Ray Phoenix final, followed up by a Penta versus Roman Reigns match.
I think that makes the most sense to me. But I feel like WWE is going to look at this more like we want legit a triple A guy, not a guy that's from WWE going down to triple A, because we can book that anytime.
Sure. See, I think of it the opposite. I think of WWE saying, look what we're doing for triple A, but at the same time just putting one of their own guys in there. So I think
which is very triple A to
them.
them.
Head that way too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who do you think is going to win the tournament rankings?
Oh god, let me pull up the.
Yeah, I can give it to you quick. It's
Yeah, go ahead.
on one side, Penta versus Laredo Kid, as well as Psycho Clown against La Parca. On the other side, you have Dragon Lee versus El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. and Ray Phoenix versus Alpha Skull.
Unfortunately, I think it'll be Penta, but I hope it's Dr. Wagner for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, see, because that's what Aaron thinks too. It's probably going to be Penta.
Yeah.
Or maybe Ray Phoenix. I don't know who would win between Penta and Ray.
Maybe
Probably
it's
Penta.
just one of those things. It's one of those things that I think they're not going to put somebody in a position to show Roman up too much. You know,
Sure.
and Penta's kind of already knows that pecking order a little bit. So
Yeah. I will say, if they do Penta versus Ray Phoenix in the finals, that better be on AAA, because they'll give it like 25 minutes and it'll go insane. If it's on
it
Raw,
better
it'll be like 8 minutes.
Maybe 8 minutes, counting the entrance.
Yeah.
All right, this one made me angry, and I'm sure it's going to make you guys angry too. In response to speculation and uncertainty about what WWE will do with its annual Hall of Fame ceremony when WrestleMania 43 goes to Saudi Arabia next year, Saudi Arabia General Entertainment Authority Chairman Turki Al-Sheikh said the WWE Hall of Fame ceremony will definitely take place in Riyadh. Dude, how many? They're going to have to like special pick these specific guys that they're going to induct into the Hall of Fame for that year, because there's going to be so many guys that are going to go, I'm not fucking going to Saudi Arabia.
yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one.
The after party's going to be lame as fuck because it's a dry country. Like, Come on.
So if Brock is actually done, there's still a world where a Saudi paycheck gets Brock back in the ring come April or whatever it's going to be. But if Brock is actually done, I actually think he waits to the following year, because I could see him being like, I'm not flying to Riyadh for a Hall of Fame. Are you crazy? But I could see John Cena doing it, because John Cena will do the press, he'll do the talking, he'll do all the news shots and everything. So if Brock is done, I could see John Cena headlining next year because he doesn't mind doing that stuff, and then I can see Brock headlining the year after because they'll put WrestleMania somewhere better for him.
It just sucks for John Cena fans though, because it would sell out in America 100%.
Right.
I don't know. I'm never gonna be for this Saudi shit, and I will never be for it.
Yeah, it's all right. What can we do?
All right. This one, I had heard this story on CVV, but it was also on the Battleground podcast. Ethan Page told the Battleground podcast that he was the one who requested WWE remove the ego reference in his entrance theme because he doesn't like fans playing sing-along with his music. Didn't he say to CVV it was like the 13th version of his song that he's had now or something? It was some crazy number.
Yeah.
But he wants to. He's a traditional heel. He doesn't want everybody to sing along with this. I don't know. I liked this take from Ethan. I like it. I always like a little old school. If you're a bad guy, you don't want everybody singing your fucking. When Seth is playing a bad guy and everybody's going fucking dumb shit. It doesn't play off well for me, and apparently it doesn't play off well for Ethan either. Okay, yeah, we jumped ahead and did that one. All right, here we go. Fightful Select says there are people in WWE who believe Nick Aldis will wrestle in WWE again, despite him returning to his role as SmackDown GM. I think it's a crime if he doesn't.
I agree.
Yeah, definitely. And, so the day after his match when he introduced Gunther and Kevin Owens, and then Friday as well, I feel like he kind of has this, shit-eating grin on his face all the time. He kind of has this, uppity, look at me type of, I can't do anything wrong type of feel. And so I think they'll use that with Sami Zayn being pissed off. I'm sure Gunther and Finn Balor will be pissed off at some point, and then he's going to use that, happy-go-lucky part of him being like, hey, I wrestled now. If you have a problem, let me know. We can wrestle too, so.
I agree.
But we'll see.
All right, these are, I'm pretty sure all the rest of these are related to pushes and to contracts. First, False Finish claims Charlotte Flair personally requested to have Tatum Paxley join her and Alexa Bliss on the main roster of SmackDown. I just thought that was really cool to hear that. We all knew she was getting called up.
Yeah. I told you guys this. The only thing I worry about is Julia, Blake Monroe, and Jordan Grace. Because guess what? They all got called up to SmackDown too, and we were all excited, and look where they are. So, same with Lola Vice. Apparently she's coming to SmackDown too. And, those 5 women alone could make up your women's division, and yet they're not even using them. So... I agree 100%. And there will be more to this in a second. Actually, I'll read that one first and I'll come back to it. Self-Made Pro claim there are some people in WWE in the head honcho area who haven't been impressed at all with what they've seen from Sol Ruca since her call-up. What do you guys think of that? I'll let you go, Adam.
Yeah, I get where they're coming from because she's had a lot of kind of flips and flops here and there, but I also think they moved her in position kind of quick. So this is one of those scenarios I think they should have slow rolled her out a little bit and let her, have some matches, maybe be a part of a small faction or a part of a tag team, just something to kind of get her feet wet before they exploded around the scene. But I I still think she's great, and I think she'll do great. I don't think she's going anywhere for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I agree.
agree. She's so good, and that's, sorry,
No, we said it at the same
um,
time. That was
we
awesome.
did. But like this is the perfect example of like them treating people differently out of NXT. Like Trick Williams stayed down in NXT for what? A year more than he needed to, maybe even 2 years more than he needed to. But during that time, he did a bunch of like side stuff. He had a face run, he had a heel run, he went to TNA, he did this, he did that. They didn't do that with Soruka, and they could have. Her
Right.
carrying that NXT championship, which she never actually won, for like 9 months, could have done so much for her in her development. You know what I mean? So it's just they pick and choose, and on this one time, I don't think they picked wrong, but I think they're seeing the um, detriment that it can do to pick someone maybe just a tad early, and it doesn't even mean she wasn't ready. She just maybe wasn't ready for you know to be Obafemi, which who can be.
Oh, exactly. And Oba's a freak.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
Well, I'd
Or
even
Laney
argue that
Reed,
they're
which
using
is,
Oba wrong, but
you think they're using Oba wrong?
I think they're starting to venture that way. Yeah, or they're
Well, I
going to
mean,
be.
since we're talking about it, I wanted to bring up how they Braun Breaker and Oba had that stare down on Monday Night
Mhm.
Raw, and um, we were talking about Unreal and how Braun Breaker was saying that like, oh, I'm not the guy anymore. Like, I hope the business didn't pass me by. All this stuff, and I think that just goes to show that Unreal is a scripted, story-driven program because now they're
Mhm.
playing into that. This new
Yep.
thing before Oba gets to Roman, it's going to be the battle of the future. It's, hey, you took my spot. Let's fight for it. And then maybe there's someone after Braun, and then maybe another person after Braun
But
who's like, no, we're the new guard, not you. And we'll see.
what's unfortunate is though I feel like we live in a world today where it has to be my guy or your guy, or it has to be like Braun Breaker or Obafemi. But for every Stone Cold there was The Rock. For Hulk Hogan there was Macho Man Randy Savage. I mean you have to have like
Cena, Orton.
there's Ric Flair, there's Cena Orton. Yeah,
Yeah,
you have to have like that other person, or you have to have a few other people.
sure.
Each era had a few people who were really could be cycled in as the guy. Undertaker, Kane, even Triple H, all those guys in the Attitude Era.
Seth and
Um,
Roman.
yeah, but it just feels like now. It feels now that you can't really have that as much. I mean, not with these guys who are jockeying for the top. It's fine when you're at the top. It's
Sure.
fine when you're CM Punk and Roman and um, uh, uh,
Cody.
jeez, Cody. Yeah, I could not. I couldn't do it. Cody. It's fine when you're those guys, but when you're trying to jockey to be in position, I feel like they make it a zero sum game for you. It's like you have to be. It's either going to be Brock or it's going to be Oba, and I just don't know why it can't be both, and why we can't build longer. Let them stay
Yeah,
away from each other for a little bit. Let them just
sure.
stare each other down for a few months, a year, 2 years.
I saw clips today, this morning actually. I didn't see a date on it, and that's one thing that's driving me nuts about TikTok. Is sometimes there will be a date, and then sometimes there's no date.
Mm.
Maybe I'm looking in the wrong spot, but house shows, it's Oba. It's tag team matches. Oba and I think Danhausen are going against Braun and Austin Theory on house shows
Okay.
right now.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think they're going to build this Oba and Braun thing a lot. And like you said, Adam, I think
Hmm.
they have to be careful, but I think if done right, they can both come out of it being the next big thing. But
I just hope
that's
it's not
trusting
cheap,
WWE to do it right.
Yeah, I just hope it's not cheap. Like one can win and one can lose, and they can still come out okay. You don't have to have everything be an interference or everything be a disqualification to
Right.
keep them strong. But you also can't let Braun or Oba go in there and dominate the other one in a way that just makes them that it invalidates them. So I just don't see the benefit to doing it now. You know what I mean? It doesn't compute to me
Sure.
why would you do that now when you could run any number of like other sort of big. I mean, I don't know what Sheamus is doing in his life right now, but you could run a Sheamus. You could get Rusev involved. You can get
Right.
if you want some big guys to go after each other. You could have some of the smaller guys who think that they could step up and are ready for this challenge, or your Ethan Pages of the world and some of these
Sure.
other ones. But you don't necessarily have to throw. It doesn't have to be King Kong versus Godzilla every single week,
Yeah.
and I think that's what we're running into now.
My hope is that this is a transition for WWE where they let Oba start wrestling more, like longer, I
Hmm.
mean, because in NXT, he could do a 20-25 minute match and he
There you
still
go.
came out a beast. You know what I mean? Not only can he can do it in a way where he still comes out strong. Having a 20-minute match doesn't mean you're weak and can't beat the other guy. It means that you can last that long and fight that hard and do what's need to be done to win. So I hope this is them kind of getting away from this 7-8 minute Brock Lesnar match into a more uh,
Yeah.
legitimate wrestler Obafemi type of deal.
Yeah, and he was never going to have a long match with Brock. I was surprised that their last match was as long as it was. But yeah, I agree. I really do hope that they're transitioning back to Oba doing what he was doing in NXT. All right.
Tyler?
Uh,
There you are.
Here we go. Switching over to Fightful Select. Max Caster's contract with AEW is coming up later this year, and there is absolutely no word if the company even wants to keep him around. Now, for my AEW watching guys, because I was one, I was AEW hard for almost 3 straight years.
Well, hold on, pause. Adam, can you have any guess as to why?
Why? I can tell you exactly why, because we talked about it, him and I. And that was actually probably the start of when this all got going. Once Punk left, he was done.
So, Tyler, were you an AEW fan or were you a CM Punk fan?
I was watching AEW for 2 years before Punk showed up.
Oh, okay. I just had to put it
He
out
was,
there.
he
That's
was.
all.
I was. I started watching it before it was called AEW, and it was just All In and then Double or Nothing, and then it became AEW.
Okay.
Because I was a Bucks fan and a Kenny fan, and I was like, holy
Sure.
shit, I'm actually going to be able to watch these guys on TV now.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Punk stuff, and not only the Punk stuff, but it was really hard for me to transition into watching that style of work.
Sure.
And Punk's matches were still very much Punk style of matches. Just like when you watch Jericho wrestle over there, they're still very Jericho styled matches.
I didn't realize he was 55.
Mm-hmm.
What was
Bro,
55?
Jericho is.
Oh yeah, I know, and
I
he's
didn't
fucking
realize.
ripped.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But yeah, just the all the shit that happened with Punk, and that's my boy.
Yeah.
So you know what? If Punk would have been the TNA, I would have TNA action figures back here right now. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Now getting back to the Max Caster thing, Rankins, you remember and I know we've said this on the show, but we're talking like a year ago now. Wasn't he just piping off on Twitter constantly, like putting his foot in his mouth and getting in trouble over and over and over and over, kind of like Ricochet?
Just doing too much. Yeah. Yeah.
He lost a lot of fans, I know that. So maybe Tony is like, you know what? I don't want that drama anymore. And he lets him go, and I don't think WWE takes him.
I don't see him being a WWE kind of guy.
No.
But
I've only
we'll
ever
see.
seen him get
I don't know.
squashed. So.
Yeah, him and Bowens aren't even a team anymore, right?
Mm-mm. I
Sad.
think so.
They should have never broke that up. That's where they screwed up, I think. They should have never broke that up. All right, we got 2 more, and then we can take our shots and move on to our countdown. This one made me really happy, and I hope it's not fucking, fake news. WrestleVote says the word backstage in WWE is that Roxanne Perez is maybe a potential push for some time down the road. Now, are we going to break up the Judgment Day finally? Or is it going to be Liv, Raquel, and Roxanne all having a belt. Like, do we put the U.S. title on Roxanne? Then because there's no one for her to be a tag champ with unless they're going to double up the belts on either Liv or Raquel. But then does that become a even more dominant faction? Like, does that give a resurgence to the Judgment Day? Roxanne, Raquel, and Liv all being freaking champions? Supergroup?
If they're gonna do it, just do it. I'm so over it being kind of like half in, half out on all these groups. Like, if you're gonna go, just go. If you're gonna make them all champs and make them all badass, then do it. But right now I'm just annoyed by it.
Yeah, and Roxanne is so good too. Like, if you're gonna bring someone like we were just talking about Sol Ruca, maybe it being a tad early. If you're gonna bring someone like Sol Ruca in, maybe you move Roxanne up and not replace her, but like as far as pecking order goes, you let someone like Roxanne go forward more, put Sol Ruca a little bit farther down, and so on. But they've been teasing her breaking up for a while now, like when she was kind of like unsure about Finn leaving and everything. But I feel like Judgment Day has been around so long now, and it has so many different iterations. Maybe it's just a legacy faction. Maybe it will always be around, and so maybe instead of like it breaking up, maybe it'll be Roxanne
new members,
and
Bullet Club style.
Joining. Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's just such a shit faction constantly.
But it's always there. It's always there.
So bad.
I have one positive thing to say about them that I've been digging pretty hard right now. Raquel's custom IC belt is fucking awesome. The barbed wire and blood on it.
Oh.
You haven't seen it, Rankins?
I didn't pay attention to that, no.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, it's sick. Dude, it's sick. It totally fits her. Yeah, it totally fits who she is.
Yeah,
all right, last one. We're going to end it on a positive note, or at least I think it's positive. Zilla Fatu has finished up and departed House of Glory, leading to speculation that he is finally coming to WWE sooner rather than later. We've seen this dude doing interviews and talking mad shit about CM Punk, and like, what did he say again? He's like, if Punk wants it, he can get it. And he was talking not wrestling. He was like, I don't know.
We'll see. We've been talking about Zilla forever now, but at this point, it'll happen if it happens. We're kind of like on a PLE lull for a while now. You have Triple Mania coming up. You have Worlds Collide coming up, so I feel like they're trying not to pack it too hard. But like, as far as main roster goes,
So what? October? October's the next one.
Yeah, early October.
NXT doesn't even have something.
NXT does.
Maybe.
I think Heat Wave is coming up at the end of the month. And then you do have a Sunday night's main event in September. But as far as a straight up actual PLE, per the main roster, it's not until October. And I feel like that's a big reveal, especially if Roman isn't going to be on TV much, to not have, on a PLE. So we'll see.
So, and the next one is Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
So speaking of Money in the Bank, I got to say this because I literally played half of Money in the Bank on WWE 2K last night. And I let Cece play. And I'm talking like on my universe mode. And I told Cassie last night, I was like, letting somebody else play on my universe mode is like somebody asking to borrow a pair of my underwear. Like, you know what? Just keep it. It's yours now. I don't want it back. So letting somebody play on my universe mode, I'm like, you know what? Just you play. I'll start a new one. I'm just going to start a new one. I'm just going to buy a new pair of underwear. It's fine. Keep them. But I let her do it. And she helped me win the men's and the women's Money in the Bank. So my storylines actually are working. We have LA Knight as the men's Money in the Bank. And we have Chelsea Green as the woman's Money in the Bank. So
things that'll never happen in real life. Good job.
Yeah, exactly. And CC picked to be Joe Hendry. And then for the girls, she picked to be Alexa Bliss. So it was fun. She was like, can we play another one? I was like, I mean, on exhibition, we can't play on, there's only 2. I'm not going to make 7 Money in the Bank matches.
Right. That'd be kind of fun.
But yeah, I thought I'd throw that in. Like, Rankins, you get to play with your son all the time, and I'm like,
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see how she
played
does.
very much lately, but
She held her own,
yeah.
but she kept going, Dad, one button, and I'm down.
That's funny.
I watched her go, she won't put me down. And it was, who was it? Trying to think. Oh, it was frickin' Natalia. Picked up Alexa Bliss, which was Cece, walked her to the edge of the ropes, and then threw her through a table. And I laughed my ass off because she didn't know how to like keep tapping B to like get off of Natalia's shoulders. So she just had to watch herself slowly get walked to the apron and thrown out of the ring.
Nice.
The worst part of playing with Ezra right now, which, I mean, I love it that he understands the game a little bit better, so that part I don't have to worry about, but he wants to set everything up. He's in that mode. So he was like, I want to do a finisher off of this, onto this, doing this, and he'll spend an hour trying to set it up. And I'm like, dude, if you don't pin, we are in a tournament right now. If you don't pin this dude, we have 6 more of these things to play. I was like, you'll have another opportunity to do your triple D. All right, there.
That's great.
Get in the flying V and let's close this game out. So
he's got to start watching AEW. Every match has to be the best match you've ever seen.
Oh my! He loves AEW. He's been to an AEW show. I haven't.
Oh yeah.
He went to the one that was here in Peoria.
Nice.
And he was like, "Yeah, it was fun, but God, it was long." And I was like, "Yeah, those ones are pretty long." So.
Oh yeah. So I had whiskey.
But they were doing.
With
they were doing 2.
American Honey.
Oh, I don't think I've had that one.
Yeah.
Why is it clear? Or is it just empty?
Yeah, I dumped it.
Okay. All right. Well,
Rankins, tequila up to Jima.
Tequila up to Jima, and but I am putting it in. She would probably slap it right out of my hand. So I'm putting it in this orange Shine Slice bottle because I'm a punk and I don't want to taste it. So.
All right, to Dubby for sponsoring our dumbasses. Oh, you know what? Ugh, there is a little bit of Irish cream left in there. Doesn't go well together.
I believe it. Mine was smooth. American Honey. Get on it. It's pretty good. So, all right, boys. It's been a while. I feel like with I
had to go back 3 episodes in my notebook to find it.
Oh yeah, because we talked about it a long time ago. We had Night of Champions. We had our PLE ranking show. We had SummerSlam. We had a Saturday Night's main event in there. So Unreal even, I think. So it's been a minute since we've had a straight up countdown. And so this week we are doing the top 5 2026 wasted wrestlers. So
is it the 9th today?
Yes.
Okay.
So
I've been dating everything in the notebooks now, and I'm gonna go back and date all of the old ones, so that way I'm like chronologically. Yeah. Is that the word?
Yep.
I'm keeping them all in order because, like I said, this is almost done now, and I'm gonna be on my 7th notebook.
Well, I'm doing it on Google Drive, so you don't have to. I don't have to kill any trees. You can take care of it yourself.
Okay. All right. Anyway, go on. This is the top 5 misused wrestlers of 2026.
Yeah, misused, wasted, whatever you want to call about it. Wrestlers that we think have not been used or treated right in 2026 so far. So, do you guys want to do this one by one, full list, and then move on to like honorable mentions and stuff?
I'd say do one by one. Like we'll all do 5. We'll all do 4.
Do I do it like that?
Rank? How do you want to do it?
No, that works. Whichever way. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
How do you want to do it, Aaron?
That's fine by me.
That's fine.
So,
all right.
Yep.
I don't have any honorable mentions or anything, so
okay.
I have 3.
Yeah, that's well. I could go on forever because it's been a rough year, sir, for a good amount of people. But
and this is specifically WWE, right?
Yeah, that's what I did.
If we repeat, we'll try to keep those brief.
Yeah, for sure. So, all right. Pick number 5 for me. I picked this person as 5 because they have had some stuff going for them, but I still don't think it's been right. I went with Julia as number 5. She had the U.S. Championship, so like you can argue that she had something. She had her partnership / feud with Kiana James, but it all just doesn't seem to be taken care of. That title hasn't been contested on a PLE besides Night of Champions. It's barely had any run as like big names coming through and doing it. Whenever someone has it, they don't even wrestle a lot. Julia is the type of wrestler that should be wrestling every week, hard style, straight from Japan. These types of matches that we should all be looking forward to, and she hasn't got it, and she's won it twice, which I think just goes to show that they're mismanaging it that much more. And so, especially following up her getting squashed by Lash Legend, I just think is too much, and Julia has not been used correctly this year.
Who's going second?
Tyler, you want to go?
Yeah, okay. My number 5, I went with Matt Cardona. I just... What the hell is going on? They made a big deal about Matt Cardona coming back. He got put on TV multiple times. But if he's on the screen now, he's losing. And that's if he's on screen. The last time we saw him on screen at all was when Chelsea won the belt and he was in the crowd. So I think Matt Cardona is a lot better than the company's giving him credit for. I think the Matt Cardona, Zack Ryder thing is a big reason why Creative just isn't writing for him. Creative doesn't want him to be called Matt Cardona. We've talked about this on the show. They want him to be called Zack Ryder. Well, Cardona wants Zack Ryder to be dead, and he wants to be Cardona. And we can go on and on about this. Well, WWE fans don't watch the indies. Okay, well, I fucking do. I know who he is. I just think Creative needs to get their head out of their ass and realize how good Cardona actually is. And you get top guys like Cody, like pushing Creative to be like, dude, write something for him. Let me put him on my podcast. He's over. He's been over. Whether it's Zack Ryder or it's Matt Cardona, it's him that we like. We don't give a fuck about the name Creative. Do something.
All right, go ahead, Adam.
Yep. So my number 5 is Jordan Grace. I was super excited when she got moved up. I really thought that they were going to do something big with her, and I just don't see any situation where they have this many issues in the division, keep people healthy, where Jordan Grace isn't getting ample TV time. It just doesn't make sense to me. So,
she's my number 4.
Oh, well, see, there we go. All right, hold on.
Is my number 3.
Give me a second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
1 minute, 58 seconds.
Yep, and we can riff on Jordan Grace too while he's gone because
let's do that.
You said she's your number 4, Tyler?
She's my number 4, and it's a lot of what Rankins had just said. NXT, she was used pretty good. When she was in TNA and came over to do the Rumble, she was used correctly.
Great,
She's the juggernaut. She's huge. She's like a stick of dynamite. She's short, but she's fucking stacked.
Yeah.
I'll never understand how Creative can look at somebody that athletic, that built.
Yeah.
And honestly, when she got to the company, she was over. You didn't have to do much to get her over. She was over when she got here.
Yep.
Now, if they did try to write something, they got to try and get her over all over again because everybody's going to go, oh, she's still here?
Yeah. Yeah, and
Misused.
yeah, I have some more of that with some other TNA bringovers too, but Jordan Grace, she...
Am I on screen for you guys?
Fine.
Because the thing just popped up saying new recording started, so I wanted to make sure we're good.
Yeah, you're fine. Jordan Grace, her biggest problem is not her problem. The biggest problem with her is they're just not letting her wrestle. And I feel like they really hampered her when they took away her finisher. I know it was rumored that maybe they thought it was a little too dangerous or whatever it was, but when she was on NXT just before the call-up, it felt like she was using a new finisher every single time she wrestled. And so I feel like you never got to catch on and enjoy what Jordan Grace has to offer. And
they changed her song, too, which also didn't help shit.
Right. She gets brought up, they change her song, the debut, isn't fantastic because people just don't know what to expect. She is part of the U.S. Championship ecosystem maybe a little bit, but then she's on main event a lot. She gets hurt. She's on main event a couple more times, and now she's just gone. So I really don't understand it. WWE has a problem letting their best people wrestle, and this is that.
All right, you're on 4.
All right, so my 4, kind of like Julia, this person has had stuff go for them, but I still think they've been misused. It's Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
He's been part of the Vision. The Vision sucks balls, like it's really bad, and yet they still keep Braun Breaker with them. I think they're just hopefully waiting. I honestly think, I don't know if it's scheduled, but if Braun Breaker and Austin Theory face Alpha Academy, Tozawa and Otis for the tag team championship belts, I think Braun just leaves. Like, he just walks off and lets Theory lose to them because they got to get him out of that group ASAP. So I just think someone is, and injuries played a part of it a little bit. In the unfortunate part of the way the Vision went plays a part of it, but at the same time, you can't have someone who was supposed to be the face of your company just sit in the background to an Austin Theory and Maxine Dupree like love story. It's ridiculous. So number 4, Braun Breaker for me. They got to get this guy free.
I don't have a 4, so we got to go to rankings.
Yep. Tyler had Jordan Grace's 4, so go ahead and add him.
Yeah, and Braun Breaker is my number 3, so I won't have much else to add to that one. But my number 4 is somebody else who you mentioned, Aaron, which is Alpha Academy. I put them together, not because I want them to stay together. I really, quite frankly, think that they could do good things separate or together. I think right now they would both, and this breaks my heart to say, they'd both benefit from being future endeavors, right? I think it's time for them to branch out and do something else, go somewhere else, do something where they're appreciated, because that is not the WWE currently.
This is weird. You're talking about Otis and Tozawa, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Otis is my number 3.
Oh, see, yeah. Did I say? I mean, not Alpha Academy. I guess they're.
I think they're still called that.
Yeah, they're still called the Academy.
Yeah, which makes no sense because Gable's been gone for how long now?
Yeah.
Right. But
and is back. Gable's been gone and
Yeah.
has done another run in another country and is back.
And come back.
They haven't come up with this. Yeah.
Yep. Jordan Grace was my number 3. So Tyler, if you want to riff on Otis more, go ahead.
I do. So my issue is Otis has been over since Heavy Machinery. We're talking all the way back to him winning Money in the Bank and turning it into a fucking lunchbox over. And Creative fucked it up and had him try and cash it in on, what was it, the U.S. title? Or the Intercontinental title? It was one or the other. I think it was the U.S. title.
Otis had the Money in the Bank?
Yes.
How did he climb the ladder?
And Mandy Rose at the same time.
And Mandy Rose. Yeah. Yeah, babe.
You know those balloons that have the rubber band on them that you, like, punch?
Yeah.
You know how they blow up, like, wide instead of, like, long?
Yeah.
He looks like one of those balloons. How did he climb that ladder to grab that?
Dude, he was fucking an extra for the Olympic wrestling team with Gable. Like, he's no joke.
Brother moves, man.
But he's never not been over with the crowd. We've never given up on him. Every time he comes out, he gets a pop. The Gable thing took forever. Remember the build-up where he wasn't going to hit him, and finally when he did, the crowd lost their fucking mind. The free Otis t-shirts, everything, dude. It was over. And WWE hasn't done... Like, Vince knew Otis was over. He let him win Money in the Bank. And then he had buyer's remorse and made him cash it in on a fucking mid-card title. Stupid.
He's still there is because he was over with the crowd. Because, I mean, arguably Tucker was as good as Otis was. And he's gone and never thought of again, which is crazy to me.
Yeah, it is crazy because they were my favorite tag team. Heavy Machinery was my favorite tag team. Well, they should have never broke them up, first off. Never. They would still be over today. Yeah, man, just misused. And, dude, when you see somebody like Otis pull out the fucking worm, you're like, wow.
Yeah.
I'm always going to be an Otis fan. He's also, a Green Bay Packer fan, so I'm also like,
Yep.
I'm all for it. He's a Wisconsin boy.
Trash behavior.
He's a Wisconsin boy. But yeah, just misused to the umpteenth degree with how over he is. It's the same thing with Cardona. Misused for how over he is. But Otis is more over than Cardona.
Sure. All right. Adam, you said you had Braun Breaker as 3. You have anything you want to add?
Yeah. No, just I mean, we've talked about him a few times. I think it's all kind of the same stuff. It's just right now, I think he needs to leave the Vision. The Vision is cursed, as cursed could possibly be, um, and it's unfortunate because it could have been cool. And I still think Braun needs to lead a faction
Sure.
or something of that nature, but I don't think he needs to be a part of whatever they got going on right now.
The Vision should have been
It should,
disbanded when Paul left.
yeah, they should have. They should have never. It's bad. So anyway, yeah, no, I've got nothing else.
All right. So we are on to number 2. My number 1 and number 2, I feel like are on the same level, but I'll first talk about for my number 2, Blake Monroe. They have destroyed her call up. They gave her what, 6 straight weeks of vignettes, and then they did a really
8. It was 8.
Was it 8? And then they did a really terrible, weird backstage hurt someone and say, "Hey, I'm Blake Monroe," and then they went back to the vignettes, and then she still hasn't been back. So, I like
She was back once to attack Chelsea, wasn't she? Like 2 weeks ago.
right.
That was it.
Like,
then now she's gone again.
I keep expecting her
And now
to be
Chelsea's champion.
yes.
For now,
Honestly, I would love Blake Monroe to be like, okay, now I'm vying for the championship because it's up in the air with all these injuries and stuff. Like, that's what I want. But why wouldn't that have happened on Friday? She wasn't even on TV for a second. So, her not being part of the, like, she keeps inserting herself in the U.S. Championship and the WWE Championship stuff, but then nothing happens. She hasn't wrestled. She hasn't wrestled on SmackDown yet. She's been on the roster for what, 2 months? So
3.
yeah, it might be
Almost 3. Almost 3.
And Blake Monroe is someone that should be wrestling because, like, yes, people know the name, yes, people know the look and everything, but you can only coast on that for so long. She needs to go in there and wrestle and show what she can do. And I'm really, really worried she's just going to be turned into a, you know, PG UW or UW PG WWE product and be gone in 2 years because they're not going to let her do what she does.
Yeah, back to AEW where she was killing it.
It really sucks. So they've completely ruined the hype that she had, and it's really unfortunate.
Yeah, that's a good one. I have a scary feeling that my number 2 might be your guys' number 1.
Okay.
Dominic Mysterio.
That's my number 2.
That's your number 2? Okay, well, we can riff on it then. He was the... What is the Mexican championship he has on again?
Triple A.
The Triple A Grand...
Mega
something.
champion.
Yeah, Grand Champion. As hot as the women have been in the Judgment Day, JD and Dom aren't doing shit. They're going out there and either beating up little people or they're getting their asses completely squashed every match. And we know that Dom is going over to AAA and he's over like Rover down there. And he's still over in WWE, but they're not pulling the trigger on jack shit. In order for him to stay, everybody wants to talk about wins and losses don't matter. Wins and losses don't matter. Guess what? They fucking do. And we notice when a guy loses every single week. That's what Dom's doing. He's losing every single week. Where's that classic Judgment Day stuff? Where's that? He's going to lose. He's going to get his ass kicked. Oh, there's a Judgment Day person. Oh, over here, over there. Oh, the ref's fucking looking at Liv Morgan's tits back there. Oh, no. Now fucking Dom just hit the 619 and he snuck another one out on somebody he had no business of beating. Well, now he's losing the guys that he has business in beating. Clean.
Yeah.
It's not good, and again, this is a creative issue. Rank?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Dom is, I mean, it's crazy for me that these next 2 are oftentimes in the same order as the top wrestlers in the world, in my opinion. But Dom, Dom is just underused, misused, underutilized, and he knows it, and that's the problem. And Doms of this generation, man, these kids aren't playing games with companies anymore. Like these Gen Z, Gen Alpha, Gen I don't know where we're at now, man. But
I have no idea
these
either.
kids are yeah, they're not following the same rules. You know, like us who
No.
were raised by millennials or Gen Xers, we were taught to follow certain rules, right? I mean, I'm a millennial, but so Gen Xers or baby boomers or whatever.
Well, those were
But
our parents.
yeah, so
My dad's Gen
we were
X.
taught to live. Yeah, so we're taught to live by these certain rules that they were taught to live by, and these new kids, they don't give a fuck. They don't care
The
about those
tablet
rules.
kids. That's what I call them, the
Yeah,
tablet kids.
they do not care, and I think Dom is going to be probably if they don't start doing right by him, he will be the biggest mistake they ever make. Because if he leaves and goes anywhere else, he is going to be a mega star. And I'm
Dude,
not talking LA Knight megastar. I'm talking to the likes of CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, megastar. The dude is great. So
he
it's
got
about him.
buried. He got buried on Monday Night Raw without even being out there by Becky
Yeah,
Lynch.
right.
She told Liv Morgan, "You're not even the best wrestler to bang Dominic Mysterio."
Great
Like,
Which is
line, by the
wild.
way.
it's
Great
kind
line.
of
Yeah,
true, but
yeah, great line.
Yeah.
that's a great
But no.
line. But I'm like, oh shit.
So I'll give 2 seconds on Dom because he's in my honorable mentions because he if Julia's my 5, Dom's my 5B. So yeah, he doesn't get the respect he deserves. Like Adam said, he could be one of, if not the best wrestlers in the company, and he's not allowed to. This dude
Right.
last beat John Cena in his last PLE appearance. Like that should mean something, and yet it meant absolutely nothing. So I hope things are better ahead, but I guess we'll just see with this what happens with this whole AAA stuff. So, all right, on to number one. You guys may have seen this coming from a mile away, but my number one is Ilya Dragunov. This
Wow.
dude
Should have
is
made my list. I'm feeling really dumb about that now.
this dude is one of the best wrestlers, especially strong style wrestlers, on this whole entire roster. He puts on incredible matches, long matches, matches that make you feel something. His trilogy with, if not more, with Carmelo Hayes was some of the best wrestling I've ever seen. I know he won that U.S. title for a little bit, but it didn't feel like it meant anything.
Yeah, but he did it the right way too, and they
Yeah.
still fucked him. Like he was every week,
Right.
and they should have still kept that going. It should have been an honorable
Yep.
thing, but I get why they stopped it because a heel won it, whatever.
Right.
But still,
Exactly.
it was awesome while it lasted.
Right. The whole Brock and the Royal Rumble with the no sell thing. I don't know if that's a Brock thing. I don't know if that's a creative thing, but it seems to have completely derailed Ilya. Best case scenario, he's been injured and we didn't know about it. I don't know, but this dude is too good of a wrestler to not be on TV weekly, and it makes no sense. So,
To not be your champion in some way, shape,
right.
or form is crazy work.
Like, and then Gunther went to SmackDown, and we're like, great, give us Gunther Ilya, and not even a peep, So it's really frustrating to see the
Which
best
is
wrestlers on the roster not make
it's wild because he brought up Ilya on what was he on again? Cody or CVV? He brought him up on one of them.
Cody, I think, yeah.
Cody. He said that that's the guy that he wants the most in the ring.
Yep.
Is Ilya.
Yeah, so that's my number one.
Well, my number one is CM Punk. And let me tell I'm just kidding. It's not. I'm looking at your faces.
I was gonna finish this tequila if that was true. I was done. I was like, our first sponsor, and you're gonna come up with this bullshit? Calm down.
I wasn't even going to type it into my doc. I was like, wait.
My number one is LA Knight.
Okay.
He's been over forever, and they won't let him get the big one.
Yeah.
And we saw the stuff on Unreal, which I never had an issue with that Money in the Bank fucking match at all, except for the fact that LA didn't win it. It was the only issue I had. But we saw him get buried on Unreal,
Yeah.
Jesus. They build him up. They build him up. They build him up. He gets to the big one. Like right now, he's trying to be up against Roman Reigns.
Is he
going to beat Roman? Is he going to beat Roman for the belt?
Roman is advertised for Money in the Bank, so you know he's going to have a match with LA Knight at Money in the Bank, and LA Knight's going to lose. So this year, LA Knight's not even going to be in the Money in the Bank just to lose it, like he always does.
I mean, if all these crosses on my fucking wrists mean anything at all, I would think somebody's going to cash in same night they win it, come out, but then LA pins the guy who tries to cash in. Roman stays strong. LA Knight gets to fucking win the title finally, and now he's the champ.
Don't give us hope, Tyler.
I know, right? But they won't do it because WWE creative sucks. They suck. You have a megastar, and you're not pushing him. Yeah. They say get over on your own. Well, he did that tenfold. He's the most over. He's like if Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock had a baby. That's who we have right now, and you're not pulling the fucking trigger. I don't get it. I'll never get it, and he's always going to be one of my favorites. And they just he deserves to have that. Even if it's the World Heavyweight Championship, he deserves to have a main title around his shoulder.
Yep, 100%. All right, Adam, number one.
Io Sky, 110%.
Wow.
Io Sky, to me, is being misused, underused, and mistreated. There is no reason that Io Sky is not a champion of some sort. Again, with all of these issues that we have been having with the women's division, the fact that there is not a belt around Io Sky in one of the four is criminal. And honestly, I'm just sick of her losing to Liv, and it makes me mad, and I'm done with it. So I say, Io, let's move on. Let's go to Ring of Honor. Let's go to Noah. I don't care where Io goes, I go.
I'm mad I didn't think about that one. That's a fantastic one. Io should always have a belt.
Yeah, she is. My daughter's a big fan of her too, so she always calls her Io. Where's Rhea's best friend?
Put her in the UFC and give her the BAMF belt. I don't give a damn. All right, like Io Sky should have a belt at all times.
Yeah, she's incredible. So I'll hit you guys really quick with my honorable mentions. My first honorable mention is Ludwig Kaiser. I don't know if you guys know. His last match in WWE was March 17th, 2025, where he lost to Penta in a no-holds-barred match. And then he hasn't been on TV, How can you keep someone this talented out of your wrestling ring anywhere in the world? WWE has NXT, they have AAA, they have SmackDown and Raw.
Issues.
And
he was sticking up for his lady, sir.
Oh, some visa?
Some behavioral issues.
That's true. Maybe that's why he's on the back burner. You're right. So, yeah. WWE is performing all over the world, and Ludwig Kaiser can't make it. It's a little weird to me. But I already talked about Dominic. I had a quick hit on Carmelo Hayes, kind of along the same lines as Julia, Braun Breaker. Like, yes, he's won titles, but I feel like it hasn't been done in the right way. Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry had this supernatural ability in TNA. Say his name and he appears, and it was great. It was comedic, but it was serious. It was funny, but it was like unsuspecting. They put him on the main roster, and they don't do anything with that gimmick. They completely take that gimmick away. They put him in Danhausen.
That's it.
It doesn't work. So
yeah, singing songs, and that's it.
Yeah, so that one's frustrating. Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae. The planking.
I see Johnny Gargano every week.
Yeah, he's on TV every week, which on one hand, good. On the other hand, the planking was kind of fun, especially with the way Sami Zayn was playing into it. But dude's got to
look at what Punk said.
Exactly.
Punk walked up on Friday. He goes, "You're still doing this?"
Yeah. He said, "I'll give you a title shot before I give Sammy one." So,
that was awesome.
Dude has to stand up at some point. And then all tag teams. Every tag team in WWE has been wasted this year. So
I'm not gonna lie. I'm drinking a silo right now, and I'm trying to make sure that it doesn't go warm.
Oh god.
So,
All right, quick hit us.
the burps are coming. So I wanted to go back to who was two of your honorable mentions ago again?
Me,
Yeah,
Dom, Carmelo,
before that.
Ludwig, Johansson.
Yeah, Ludwig. If it was behavioral issues, then how am I still employed at where I'm employed at? All right? Because there's no way that work didn't find out that shit I did in the Walmart parking lot a couple weeks ago.
If we'll see if this makes the cut. I'm sorry if it doesn't. That thunder that just hit,
We didn't hear it.
my house. My house.
We didn't hear it.
Good.
That's
job.
incredible. All right, honorable mentions, legitimately. Finn Balor. Finn Balor, yeah, the Judgment Day stuff was great. You know, he was relevant again a little bit. The Demon comes out very rarely, sure. Yeah, when it comes out, it gets over. Everybody's doing his song and stuff again. I feel like he's starting to move up a little bit, but the fact that he hasn't won a main championship in, what was it, like 10 years now?
10 years. Yeah, when he got hurt.
Ridiculous. I had Chelsea Green on here, but now it doesn't make sense because she's the champ. So I don't. The Miz hasn't won a singles match in 2 years. That's outrageous.
It's crazy.
That's the mic. Okay,
He's fighting Jacob Mizorowski for his name. Go Brewers!
I loved it. Did you watch that?
Yeah, the Brewers walked it off while we were recording. By the way,
The 1-2. Bowers. Base hit. Here comes Terang. Here comes the throw. Terang. He's safe. He's safe. And the Brewers win. And it's over. Call is confirmed.
Fuck,
Yeah.
fuck the Twins. I fucking hate Minnesota. Anyway, you like that shit? All right. Anyway, so the Miz, totally underused.
yeah,
I can't wait to go to work tomorrow now. I'm going to go to sleep after this fucking
There you
podcast so I can talk some shit. Totally underused. I mean, he's a 2-time Grand Slam champion, the first to ever do it. What the fuck are we doing, dude? We got him doing gimmicks with Danhausen. Sure, it's funny and it's good. But we're doing nothing.
yeah.
Julia, you already went over that. Joe Hendry, you already went over that. Ray Phoenix. Where was Ray forever? And then all of a sudden he pops up here and there again, and now he's going to go to AAA, but
He's got a championship now. He's defending it on SmackDown, the cruiserweight.
yeah, exactly. So, and I don't think he had that belt when I made this.
Sure, yeah, exactly.
Braun Breaker, we went over. Ilya, we went over. And then I have Natalia on here. She's a fucking legend.
Oh, sure.
She's a legend. She's probably one of the best women to ever wrestle. I think she's one of the very ones that put women's wrestling on the map to the point where it is now.
She's putting over Jada Parker on NXT, though.
True, but how is she out of the main title picture and Charlotte's still in?
Just how it goes, I guess.
So yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
All right. Yeah, that's all I got too. Fellas, great episode. I think we, unfortunately, the way WWE has gone this year, we had probably too many people to talk about as underused talents, but I think it was a good look at the landscape for the company, you know? So
100%.
yeah, as always, find us on socials, guys. TikTok, Twitter, Facebook Reels. You can find us on Spotify, YouTube.
Snapchat, Spotlight.
There you
It's
go.
been popping off for us over here too.
Snapchat, Amazon, Apple, iHeart Music. If those are more your speed for podcasts, come find us. Give us a like, follow, or review, whatever the platform has. And then, yeah, thank you to our new sponsor. Absolutely. Go get yourself 10% off some of your energy products.
Yep, with promo code KFADEPOD, get 10% off of W Energy. Get perked up for work because that's tomorrow.
There you go.
Get perked up. Get perked up. Not angle style. All right, guys. Hey, just remember always that bad times don't last, but bad guys do, and we love you. So have a great week.
See you next week.